Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Westby. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we are bringing you tonight's live broadcast at Veterans Memorial Field featuring the Westby Norsemen in a Coulee Conference tilt against the Onalaska Luther Knights. Should be a great game here tonight, and of course you can't ask for better weather with what we have going on here right now. Tonight's ball game for the Westby Norsemen on the warm-up on the mound is Gavin Larson. His battery mate is Ben Ratho. Meanwhile, for the Onalaska Luther Knights, it will be Jerry Weber doing the pitching, and Owen Haas will be his battery mate. We look forward to tonight's ball game, and stay tuned. We're going to come right back. We're going to just make sure we got everything lined up, and we'll be pretty much ready to rock and roll here at Westby. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Well, here we go with the opening pitch coming up here. And first pitch is a swing and a miss. This ball game underway, and our thanks going out to those wonderful sponsors, again, helping us with tonight's broadcast. And, of course, well, a lot of things coming up here this week and weekend with the Sit to My celebration. Hold on to your hats with all that. We've got a ton of stuff that we're going to be looking at over the course of about, 3 to 4 days. Wednesday we're going to do something. Thursday we'll have a ball game here, but also, of course, that pancake supper going on. So we have a lot of things, with that. So it's just, and then, of course, Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, we're going to be pretty busy with things. Here's a ground ball chop foul down the third base side. Starting things off, this is Nick Schultz. He is the second baseman. Here's a ground ball, Milutinovic. Oh, it went right through him. He had it, and somehow it got through his body. That's going to go down as an opening error of tonight's ball game. Well, that's a little bit of a tough way to get things started here for the Norsemen. So Schultz is on with the error. That's going to bring up Xander Wendt. He looks for the bunt, and now the throw down, and they get him. Ooh, not quite. Very, very close. Quick shot there by Ben Ratho as he fired the ball down to first. Oh, and 1 the count. Larson. Here's a bunt out in front. They will go to first base once again, and a nice throw there by Larson to get the out. Well, the sacrifice complete on a very nice bunt from Xander Wendt to get the runner in scoring position off from that error. 1-3 on the putout. And here's Jackson Kendall. Our thanks going out to Coon Valley Telecommunications. Hope you're enjoying today's broadcast from on Channel 14, wherever you might be in that Coon Valley, Stoddard, and, of course, Chaseburg area. Called strike here to Jackson Kendall. Curve ball, and boy, he hung that up there, and Kendall swung through that one. Kind of stepped away from it as he was swinging. Came up empty. He's down 0-2 now. Ratho sets up outside, and Larson steps off the mound as Schultz a little bit further off second base than what he really cared to see. Larson sets, here he comes, and he missed just a bit upstairs. Well, he hit the spot there, but again, just a little too high. Well, thanks to the Daily Brew, Westby's one of Westby's newer businesses in our area. Of course, they've been kind of situated for a year or two now. Here's a pop-up. This one right back by us. Actually got over the fence and on our little deck over here. How about that? One to the count. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 2. Oh, a nice offering there coming up by Larson to get the second out here of the inning. Now it's Eli Krause stepping in. Krause, the left fielder. Takes the ball downstairs. Krause, right-handed hitter, swings and chops this one foul down the third base side. Runner had a pretty good jump over there at second base. With the foul ball, that evens things out at 1-1. The Olaruds and Cades, of course, invite you to stop in and try many of their delicious coffees and all kinds of sandwiches that they have as well. That's going to drop in there on the curve for a strike. Tell you what, that one, that one broke right at home plate. That was crazy. He had that one gauged pretty well. Now stepping back off again, Larson will reset. Fly ball. And Nedlin is over to make the easy catch. Boy, he tell you what, he just makes it look easy out there, doesn't he? It winds up no runs on no hits. There was one runner left on base, and Unfortunately, the first error of the ball game and the first at bat here with the Norsemen. We'll come back with more in a moment's time. Thanks to one of those wonderful sponsors bringing you today's action here from Westby, and one of them is Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service. Thanks to Mark Evinger. Stop in there and take a look at all the country clipper simplicity and much more. The steel chainsaws and that, the tree trimming that they can do. My goodness. Wonderful selection there. Thanks again to Evinger Equipment. The next offering to Devin Medlin as he chopped the first one foul. That one's way out to the outside to 1-1 mark. There's a strike. It's now 1-2. Again, doing the pitching, Jerry Weber. His battery mate is Owen Haas. There's a ball lifted out towards left, and that will be caught. So the fly ball out to left field, and Krause able to cruise underneath that one for the out. One down, here is Gavin Larson. Thanks going out to Embroidery and More, Greg Danes and that crew out there at 210D Swigum Road. Get the job done right the first time. Curveball that drops in for a strike, and now a swing and a miss. Also, for peace of mind, it's Lori Hulte with Eagle Title Company doing business only in Monroe, Vernon, and La Crosse counties. And they will do a bang-up job for you. And peace of mind is huge when it comes to things like selling and buying homes and land. Here's a fly ball that is going to drop in. Got a little Texas leaguer for Larson. And the Norsemen with a runner on. Curve that stayed behind the batter in Bo Milutinovic. Shortstop here for Westby. There's a strike as Weber brought that one right down the middle. Well, today's weather, I think, is better than what maybe was previously anticipated. Fouled that one, just got a piece of it. Curveball that was hanging out there, and he just got the end of it. Mid-70s today, and tomorrow it's even going to be warmer. Right back through the middle, and it hit the second base bag and took a little hop. And look at this. Some real nice running over there by Gavin Larson. Well, he just got on his horse and said, I'm going to third. A CNI single back up the middle here for Milutinovic, and Westby has something going here with Garrett Vatlin stepping in, your number 4 hitter. Runners at first and third, and you have to think that with Milutinovic and his speed, he will not be at first very long. Weber might think that too. Whoa, that came in and hit. Very first pitch, he came inside and he pegged Garrett Vatlin right in the shoulder. Now bases are loaded for Lucas Bendo. Bendo out in left field, right-handed hitter. Norseman trying to jump on things right away here. That's going to be a foul ball. So 0-1 the count. Number 5 hitter and Lucas Bendel. There's the ball lifted towards left field. They're going to tag up and send them. And the ball is coming in. It's going to be on the ground, and everybody's going to move up a spot. Well, the ball got through the infield trying to hit that cutoff man. The shortstop in Jackson Kendall, the ball actually split between him and the third baseman. That was just a tough break for the Knights. So the sacrifice fly RBI. Quick toss over to third, but back in. That's Milutinovic now down at third. There he is. And over here at second. That ball is low and away. That is Garrett Vatlin, who was hit by a pitch. 1-0 the score here. Norsemen. That ball is lifted up into the air, and it's an easy catch here for Weber to end the inning as that ball came in on the hands of Ben Ratho. But the Norsemen will pick up 1 run. They get that run on 2 hits, an error in the inning, and 2 left on base. We'll come back with more. We want to say thanks to Miles of Smiles Child Care Center. That is Ashley Liam right here in Westby, located in the basement of Our Savior's Church, ages 6 weeks through 10 years. Miles of Smiles Child Care. Well, the Viroqua Clinic, part of the great Gunnarsson Health System, bringing you today's action, 637-3195. The Viroqua Gunnarsson Clinic, one of the many regional departments serving the surrounding communities. We appreciate their terrific support, as well as Lynn's Home Center. That is Dwayne Lynn. Stop in for all your HVAC and appliance needs from your local hardware store in downtown Cashton, Lynn's Home Center. Well, stepping in here now to face Gavin Larson, this is Logan Barr, the first baseman. He popped that one foul out of play. The opening pitch was a ball, and the count is even at 1 apiece. Curveball stayed up just a tad, maybe inside, and it's 2-1. Well, just behind us is Main Street Designs, Leah Kroom. There's a ball right at us there. If you are looking for a great haircut, maybe some color or highlights, I need a lot of that. Leah Kroom's Salon, Main Street Designs, may just be what you're looking for there. Give her a call, 634-3201. Well, that ball had hit one of the poles here, and I think it left a mark. So they're going to get rid of that one and bring in a new baseball. There's a swing and a miss, and Barr goes down for out number 1. That'll bring up Sean McCoy, the third baseman. Ground ball back up the middle. Milutinovic scoops, throws, and has the out over to Beckett Brigham. So a nice job there on that put out. 6-3 on the put out. Here's Owen Haas, the catcher. Swinging through the first offering, Larson is out in front, 0-1. Another swing and a miss. That one took a nosedive just before it got to home plate there, and he was up over the top of that one. Outside and in the dirt, 1 and 2. 1 to waste, I guess they say. Larson set and coming right back. Curve stayed up high. And it's 2 and 2. Swing and a miss, and that will be the second strikeout in the inning. You got the first and the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. A quick 1-2-3 inning there for the Westby defense. We'll come back with the bottom half of the second, and the Norsemen will bring up the 7-8-9 part of the order, and we say thanks to Main Street Mobile Mart, your only family-owned convenience store in Viroqua with Synergy Mobile Fuel, helping us out. Stepping in for the Norsemen here, it's going to be the 7-8-9 part of the order, as we mentioned. Rhett Stensling, then your DH, and Chase Bendel, followed by Blake Sutton. Taking a look, we have a 2-0 count now, as Stensling trying to keep an eye on the fastball coming in, and he's going to drill that one out towards center field, but coming on and making a nice running catch out there in center field for out number 1. That is Xander Wendt with the snag. Well, our thanks going out to Mitby's TV and Appliance as well. Thanks to Mike Mitby, located on Front Street in Cashton, of course. Samsung, LG, Frigidaire, and much more with kitchen appliances. And, of course, well, you got all kinds of great TVs. And if they don't have something there, they can certainly get it for you. Mike will do a tremendous job with all that. Swing and a miss. Bendel had a 2-0 count, and he took a good shot at one coming in, a fastball, and he just missed. Weber fires again. That was a little bit low, and it's 3-1. Just got a piece of that one in on the hands, fouling that away over here to the right side. Bendel now with a 3-2 offering coming from Weber of Onalaska Luther. That's fouled away. Norsemen up 1-0. Couple of hits in the ballgame already. Also 1 error. Knights looking for their first hit when they come up in the third. Oh, a nice curve right there. That froze Bendel as he watched that one go by, and now there's 2 down. Weber with a beautiful curve, dropping that in. That one caught the knees as Weber comes back with another curveball to Blake Sutton to start things off with his at-bat. Number 9 hitter watches that ball just slip outside. 1-1 now. That one came in and ricocheted off the glove of the catcher in Haas. Two and one. offering right down the middle and a big swing and a big miss. It's 2-2 with 2 down. Nobody on here for the Norsemen. There's a shot foul down the third base side. Weber trying to get the Norsemen 1-2-3 here in the second inning. They brought 6 to the plate back in the bottom half of the first. That's outside. And they were able to get 1 runner across. Left a couple more sitting out there. That's lifted up towards right field. Right fielder cruises over and makes the grab for out number 3. Well, he got the job done. No runs on no hits and nobody left on base. We'll take a little break here and come back. We'll talk a little bit more. Probably maybe about our friends at Nordic Lanes. We'll talk about them when we return. Well, back we come. Thanks going out to Nordic Lanes. Here's a shot. This is going to be a base hit. Starting things off here for the Knights. That was Jerry Weber, the pitcher, coming up with a nice swing. Now the number 9 hitter in Gabe Shepard, the right fielder. Well, thanks to those fine folks, Scott and Sue Sordahl, up there at Nordic Lanes. And, of course, they remind you that baseball, well, they sponsor the baseball, but they're going to have softball, co-ed, and men's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if that starts tonight. Maybe it started last week. I don't know. Last week wouldn't have been fun. Tonight would be all right, though, because it's nice out. But stop in there for great food, great pizza. All kinds of fun during the Wisconsin seasons. That's Nordic Lanes here in Westby. Here's a little bunt right out in front, and that's a pretty good one. But they, and they did not get him. It's going to be an infield single. I thought so. Boy, I tell you what, talk about laying one down. Shepard put that one in an excellent spot. Give him a lot of credit there. That's not easy to do. Here's Nick Schultz, the top of the order, on via an error. Very first, maybe the second swing of the ball game. Well, he starts to show bunt, so we'll see if he'll continue to try and move the guys around. Thanks to Peck's Corner, homemade luncheon specials each and every day. They're located out there on County D. Fouled that one away. Yeah, I'll tell you what, kind of one of your typical ones, your brats and baked beans. That's kind of a summer fun luncheon. Of course, there's always chili, grilled ham and cheese, potato hamburger casserole, you name it. They're coming up with something. Called strike. Larson painted the edge on that one. And it's a 1-2 count with 2 on. Missed. Here's a runner going to take off, and he'll have third base. Pitch a little bit of a curve outside. And now time is going to be called here. Well, Premier Co-op exceeding expectations since 1893. Farm home business. Call the Westby office. 634-3184. You find them throughout our local area, and of course that includes Richland Center. Runner taking off and ball hit. They're going to have to go to first. The throw down home will not be in time. Good job by Rathel to block it. Well, they will get the run across here. That's going to be a 4-3 put out. One down. Runners at first and second now. Or check that second, excuse me. And Xander Went chopped that one underneath for a foul ball. Tying this ball game up at 2 apiece, or 1 apiece with 2 hits apiece. There we go. Nice backhand. Rathel keeping a runner at second base. One you count now. Pop that one up, and can somebody get to it? Brigham giving it a real good chase, just not able to get there. Stensling coming in from right field, and it fell in between them. Neither one of them really had a solid shot at it, but they definitely gave it a good try. One, two now. Larson just missed outside. He hit the spot that Rathel had set up, but it was just off the line. Two and two now. Ground ball. Milutinovic, nice pick. The throw in time to get the out. Runner will move over to third base, 90 feet away. (6-3) put out, 2 down, and now it's Jackson Kendall with the opportunity to try and plate the go-ahead run. Number 3 hitter, he is the shortstop. Larson's first pitch a little bit high. Comes back with a ground ball. Second, the throw, and the out. Take care of business. Well, the defense held, and it winds up 1 run on a couple of hits and a runner left on base. So we're going to be knotted up here at 1 apiece as we move into the bottom half of inning number 3. Well, the Riverbank bringing you today's action here from Westby's City Field, Veterans Memorial Field. And Devin Edlin steps in, takes the ball outside with the first offering. You're going to find Riverbank located in Coon Valley and right here in Westby, serving all of your financial needs, banking needs, from HSAs, CD accounts, personal loans, and a whole lot more. Well, the next offering skipped right through the feet of Nedlin. There's a little dribbler going down the third base side. It's going to be foul as the third baseman comes running in, and he picks it up quickly. That was Shaw McCoy. Ground ball, foul the other way now. Well, thanks to Kevin Blusky, Rural Mutual Insurance. Check out the Farm Pack policy, providing comprehensive coverage for home, personal items. They are your leader in farm coverage business. That is Rural Mutual. Kevin Blusky. Stop in and see him today. 3-2 count now. He's going to lift this one towards the shortstop, still going back, and he will make the grab. Well, I tell you what, that was a nice job over there by Jackson Kendall. Kind of going to his side, and he was able to make the catch. One out after the pop-up to the shortstop. Brings up Gavin Larson. He'll take a strike. Well, healthcare, talk about healthcare. Check out the behavioral, acupuncture, massage therapy, dental, chiropractic, pharmacy services. All this can be found, and of course, the medical side of things as well. That can all be found at Scenic Bluffs Community Healthcare in Cashton and the surrounding communities. Here's a nice little soft line drive. That's going to drop in. He just reached out and poked it over between short and third for the Norsemen's third hit of the ball game. And it's Gavin's second. Well, let's see if they can push him across again. Larson did score back in the first. Quick toss over, and Larson's diving back in. Milutinovic pops this one foul out of play. One thing about Bo, he will never get shortchanged on his swing. If he did, you really fooled him. He is on the attack. Another toss. Ball slipping out just a touch from Barr. Here's a fly ball heading out towards right center, and that's going to drop in. They're going to hold Larson this time. He had to be a little bit safe just in case. The ball kind of hung. But I tell you what, Bo Milutinovic put that ball, you couldn't have asked to place it any better as high as it went, and somebody not able to get to it. Well, your Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, Chevy, Buick, Ford, you name it, out there at Sleepy Hollow. There's a strike. Stop into any of those three facilities on the north side of Viroqua. That is a great professional crew, and you know, I step in there and get my oil changed. They do a great job with that. And the main, I always call it the main office. I don't know why, but the one that's on the left side as you're heading south going into Viroqua. Yeah, real nice job, real professional. One, two, the count here. Weber takes a long look over at second. Here's a ground ball, and it's going to be a fielder's choice here. They'll get the out at second. Four or six for out number two. Larson winds up at third on the play. And now Lucas Bendel will try to come up with a base hit. Bendel with a sacrifice fly. That was pretty close over there. That one's close, but not like the other one. That other one was just a eyelash away of getting tossed out over there, getting picked off. Swing and a miss. Runner going to take off, and They'll be down to second base uncontested. One the count. Again, Bendel with a sacrifice fly to get the RBI. It was a short-lived 1-0 lead. Swing and a miss. Call strike 3, and they're going to give up the out here as he was trying to run the wrong way. It is going to be no runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base here. Norsemen find themselves in another tight one here. After 3, it's 1-1. Vernon Manor Healthcare bringing you today's action. And, of course, well, they got such a neat area. They got the activity room, a wonderful dining room for the patrons, however you want to say it. Here's a fly ball going back, and making the grab was Bendo out there in left field. Boy, I tell you what, giving that one a ride was Eli Krause, the left fielder. So he hits the ball out to his counterpart. How about that? One down for Logan Barr, the first baseman, Takes the ball a little bit outside. Yeah, the place to go for professional care during the time of, well, if you need a bit of time for rehabilitation, that's a good place to go. Here's a ball driven out towards center field. And I tell you what, Devin Nedlin got on his horse and was able to make the grab out there in left center. So a couple of hard hits in the outfield for the Norsemen, able to do the job here so far. It's going to bring up Sean McCoy. He is the third baseman, batting from the left-hand side. Takes the ball outside. Well, you're watching on Channel 14, Vernon Communications. We'll have a lot of Legion baseball games on, maybe some Legion softball games this year also, as that's something new coming up. But hope you're enjoying today's broadcast. And, of course, you'll see the rebroadcast a handful of times. We'll get it out to the Westby School District. You'll be able to watch it on their Channel 7. Here's the 3-0. It's outside, and they lost him on 4 straight pitches. Well, I tell you what, if you're looking for a great old-fashioned quality dairy fudge, seriously, stop in at Sweet Valley Artisan and Valley Fudge and Candy. Linda and Steve Schulte invite you to take a look at their 75, that's right, 75 different flavors of fudge. And, of course, that 9,000 square foot artesian mall area, I'm sure there's something there that whatever you're looking for, you'll probably be able to find it. Thanks to them for their wonderful support right there in Coon Valley, of course. You talk about downtown Coon Valley, that's about as downtown as you're going to get, right in the heart. Swing and a miss. Well, in fact, right across from them is Sealand's Carpetland. For all your flooring needs, check out the professionals, Tim, Paige, all the crew down there. Got some, just a whole new revamp. Oh, speaking of a revamp, there's a drive to left center. That's going to be a stand-up double. No, well, a sliding double, but he popped right up. But getting a hold of that one was Owen Haas. If you walk on it, Sealand's Carpetland sells it. I'm going to get a quick exchange here, a courtesy runner. McCoy at third. He's actually going to have a pinch runner go in for him. That's interesting. Haas, the catcher, stands at second base with 2 down. That brings up the pitcher in Jerry Weber, who would love to get his second base hit of the ball game. First time up, he hit a single outside. And on top of that, he eventually scored the tying run. And that's where we sit here in the top of the 4th at 1 apiece. Missed outside again. 2-0 now. That one tailed away from Weber. Two and 1 your count. Boy, he put that one about in the same spot, and Weber could not get to it. 2 and 2 now. Well, let's see if you can get there, and third time is the charm. He tried to go there. Missed a little further outside than he'd cared to. You can see the runner coming into view here at third. Fly ball. This is well hit, and it is in the gap again. 2 runs are going to come across here as Larson came a little bit too far inside, and Weber capitalized with a big-time single. Well, 2 in. Inning still alive here for the Knights. Westby was able to get the first 2 batters out on fly balls to left and center, and then 2 big hits in left center field, plating the runs. Runner taking off, good throw, but not quite in time. So runner in scoring position again. 2-1 to count now. This is Gabe Shepard, number 9 hitter. Pops this one foul out of play over the right side. That's fouled right back at us. Two and two now as Larson is set into the stretch, and here he comes, and he'll get the strikeout. Well, he was a couple of hitters too late on that one, but the final tally here is going to read 3 hits in a row here or 2 hits in a row with a walk starting things off, and then the third strikeout, or the third out via a strikeout. We'll go that route. So 2 runs coming across, 2 runs on 2 hits, and a runner left on base. The Luther Knights will take the lead now 3-1 over the Norsemen as we move to the bottom half of inning number 4. Our thanks going out to the Viroqua Booster Club, Rob Klum, Dan Brown, your AD there at Viroqua. Of course, Eric Anderson still helping out a little bit over there. Carl Zuby, not going to go too far. He's not going away, but he'll do stuff behind the scenes. Thanks to Carl also, and part of that Viroqua Booster Club, helping out with a lot of coverage with the Viroqua girls softball team. Here's a shot right back up the middle. Yeah, the Viroqua Booster Club, I tell you what, contact any of those guys if you want to become a member. They do a terrific job. Well, Ratho just laced one between the second base bag and the second baseman, getting the first hit for him today in his second at-bat. Also, the VFW of Viroqua, no one does more for veterans than the VFW. You have to stop in there, folks, with that Friday night fish. That is delicious. Terrific job there. Thanks to all that they do on the south side of Viroqua. They got a beautiful facility for banquets and much more. Wedding receptions and such. That ball is knocked down. On the quick toss over to first base. That'll be downstairs. called strike. Stensling looking for his first base hit. He had a pretty good shot out towards right field, right center, and the right fielder able to come running across, making the grab. That ball is going to get away from Haas, and the runner heads down to second. Hunter Anderson, by the way, with the courtesy run, or courtesy running. That ball in the dirt. Hunter, number 16, out there. That'll be Ben Rathel's run. Pop this one up, and Haas with the look and the nice grab. That is never easy, and he is able to do the job for out number one. Anderson down at second base, though, and still a couple of chances here for the Norsemen to try and get to within one. Here's Chase Bendel now. Well, VMH, that's Vernon Memorial Healthcare, committed to making your visit a 5-star patient experience anytime you need them. Located south downtown, we'll call it, in Viroqua. Caring for the community, that's what VMH is all about. That ball is going to stay upstairs, and all of a sudden it's 3-0 to Bendel. And he'll get the walk. Runners at first and second here as the DH in Bendel coaxes a walk. Here's Blake Sutton now. Blake playing third base today. Garrett Vallon is at second. Typically you'd see Sutton in the outfield. There's a strike. And you see Vatlin over at third. Just off the home plate line. And it's 1-1. In the dirt, nice block there by Haas. Well, again, with the 2-1 count here, a 3-1 score for the Knights. As we're halfway through this ball game, we're in the bottom half of inning number 4. Sutton with a base hit can, you would think anyways, can get the Norsemen to within 1. Red Stensling warming up in the bullpen. Well, looks like we might see him this next inning. Check swing foul. In the dirt. 3-2 now. Sutton has worked the count back to where he would like to think that he could get maybe something that he could drive, maybe a fastball. And it was a fastball, but low and away. Well, that loads the bases up here. There's a strike. It's the top of the order with Devin Nedlin. Devin looking for his first base hit today. Flew to left field and popped to the shortstop. That is down low, 1-1. Well, pay your electric bill online is free, secure, and convenient. And you can check out Kids Energy Zone with Vernon Electric, your touch-tone electric co-op. Little ground ball back up the middle. They're going to come home, and it's a fielder's choice. It's not going to be in there. Now here comes another runner, and he'll slide across. That's Bendel. Here comes a third one, and they got that one. My goodness. The ball ricocheting all over the place. And the Norsemen just kept running. There wasn't a single runner that stopped running. And all of a sudden, on the first air, Nedlin stands at third base. My goodness. E4 on the first air as the second baseman threw home. That was up the line, and then it was just a domino effect.
How many errors can I give on one play?
There was a bunch there, that's for sure. Here's a line drive shot, and it's all off the arm. The throw is in time to get the out. A line drive to the third baseman there in McCoy, and it kicked, I think it might have caught his heel of his glove and then off his arm, but he was able to pick it up and fire it over to first, holding the runner in Nedlin at third base. There's a strike to Gavin Larson, or check that, Bo Milutinovic, I mean. 5-3 on that put out. There's 2 down now. High, hard hit out to center field. It's going to be caught to end the inning. My goodness. I don't know about the errors. We'll try and count them up in a little bit, but we can tell you that the Norsemen are going to leave one runner on. They score 3, and now they'll be out in front 4-3 when we return for the top of the 5th inning. Dr. Leon Klum invites you to give the Viroqua Dental Center a call for your next great smile. 637-2655 on the north side of Viroqua, and of course behind Sleepy Hollow. Tell you what, they do a terrific job, so personable. Starting things off here, it's going to be a called strike. Larson still pitching. Here's a ground ball. Beckett Brigham will take that one himself. And there's one down. We were at the top of the order there in Nick Schultz. Here comes Xander Wendt now. That ball one hops out in front of home plate and then ricocheted off the face mask of Ben Rathel. Well, our sincere thanks to the Varsity Funeral Home located here in Westby, also Viroqua. Ground ball, chop foul. And the offices located in Viroqua. Stop in there during the time of the loss of a loved one and let those fine folks help you out. Another foul ball. That one off the shin guard of Rathel. Larson jumps out in front, 1-2 in the count now. He's set and ready to go. And that's jammed inside, and he fouled that one off. Right over the top of some of the fans sitting down there on the third base side. We'll stay at 1-2 going again. This is pop-up. Vatlin dropping back in shallow right field to make the grab. 2 down now. And your number 3 hitter in Jackson Kendall, the shortstop, stepping in. He's going to try and go right back up the middle. Here's Bo Milutinovic. He picks, he fires, and waist level shot. And it's a 1-2-3 inning defensively here for the Westby defense. Well, they needed that. And they will now come in the bottom of the 5th. Let's take a quick peek here. It will be 4, 5, 6 part of the order when we return. 4-3 Westby. Right behind Veterans Memorial Field here is the Westby Co-op Creamery convenience store. Quality dairy products from the Westby Co-op Creamery. They are open 7 days a week. And as I continue to mention, it's not just conventional, it's also organic. Starting things off here, the Norsemen and Garrett Vatlin, he fouls the second pitch off to the left there. He had a rip. And we're going to go to a 1-1 count. Thanks also with the WCCU, the Westby Co-op Credit Union corporate office located right here on the north side of Westby. Fly ball, right field. Right fielder hustling over towards right center, and he's going to make the grab. Vatlin jumped on it. Kind of hung in the air a little bit, though, on him. You're going to find WCCU not only here in Westby, down in Coon Valley, Cashton area, Viroqua, a couple of spots there in Richland Center. They're all over the place. 9 total, by the way. Vatlin with the fly out. Here's a ground ball. It's going to get through. Making the diving effort there in the shortstop, Kendall. But Lucas Bendo is going to punch that one through. That's his first base hit of the ball game. He is 1 for 2 now. Ratho, 1 for 2, stepping in. See if he can move the runner over. Takes that one low. Rather with a nice base hit in his previous at-bat. He has just developed into a very solid hitter on this varsity squad. Only a sophomore. You got a sophomore catching, sophomore at first, sophomore in center field. Here's a ground ball. That's going to get through. 2 hits in a row here as Ratho down there at first base comes up with a nice hit. And Hunter Anderson will come back out again to run for Ben Ratho. High five on the exchange. That's always good to see. One down, 2 on. Rhett Stensling fouled that one off his leg. Stensling flew out to right and popped to the shortstop in foul territory. Bethel Home and Services, contact Courtney Mosier. Ball does not get away far enough there. For more information regarding Bethel Home and Services, ready to serve you in the Westby, Viroqua areas. Of course, memory care, assisted living, at-home assistance. They just do a terrific job for many of our citizens, community members. That ball down in the dirt, again, a nice block there by Haas. Keep the runners in one spot. Oh, right back up the middle for Stensling. And throw coming in. That's a nice throw from center field. Wow. Xander Wint put that one right on the money. Well, 3 hits in a row now for the Norsemen. Bases are loaded once again. And Chase Bendel's going to step in. And now we're going to get a little timeout here as the coach is going to come out and talk things over a little bit. We want to say thanks to the Bank of Cashton, industry leader when providing health savings accounts, HSAs, locally, regionally, and, of course, across the state. Stop in and see the Bank of Cashton in Kaiser or Scott Wall today. Well, a rather quick discussion out there. Stepping in is going to be Bendel, and a big curve dropping in for a called strike from Weber. Kicks and fires. That's a foul ball off the leg. Weber now out in front 0-2 to the DH for the Norsemen and Chase Bendel. He's DHing, by the way, for Beckett Brigham, the first baseman. That curve stayed in very tight. And it goes to 1-2 for your count. Swing and a miss. That curve going away from Bendel. Two down. Here's Blake Sutton. Trying to punch a run or two in here. With two down, everybody's going to be taken off. There's a called strike. So the crack of the bat, watch him run. That one in behind. It's going to be a foul ball. It hit the bat. That's a tough one there, as Sutton trying to get away and kept that bat up high. And once you know it, the ball is like a magnet. We've seen that a few times this year now. Fouled that one off. We'll stay at 0-2. That'll be high. Thanks to Miranda Wright helping us out today, your American Family Insurance agent. That's a pop-up. Could be trouble. Shortstop coming over, and he will make the catch. No, the ball fell out of the mitt as he crashed into the fence. And he's going to get up a little slow there. Talk about sacrificing the body a little bit. That was a great effort over there by Kendall. He's going to walk over here and kind of take their time a little bit. Umpires actually meeting. The family you choose, that's American Family Insurance. I'm going to retie his shoe here, as I think he might have. He got a lot of things caught up in that fence area. Make sure he's all right. Westby and Viroqua is where you're going to find Miranda. Well, our thanks also, while we got a moment, we might as well say thanks to ADRC, the Aging and Disability Resource Center of Vernon County. You're going to find them at 402 Courthouse Square. Learn more about the wonderful services that they can do for elderly and citizens that are disabled. That'll be transportation, caregiving, meals, and, of course, health promotions. Well, we'll take a little break. Be right back. Kendall says he's ready to go, and the Norsemen are too. They're going to drive this one out towards center field. It's going to be a big base hit. One run coming across. Here comes 2 and 3 on the way in stenciling, and the Norsemen just plated 3 more. Talk about a big-time hit there from Blake Sutton. He really crunched that one. My goodness. Lucas Bendel comes across to score. Ben Ratho run. And Hunter Anderson comes across. And Rhett Stensling hustling around from first base. He can fly. And Westby now up 7-3. That is their 9th hit of the ball game, folks. Here's another one. This could be trouble. That's going to drop in. And here comes a run in Sutton. Boy, I tell you what. Nice job there by Devin Nedlin to get his base hit today. He has been swinging the bat very well, and this one was just a nice soft swing, and he put it out just beyond the reach of the second baseman. Very shallow center field. But as they say in the books, it looked like a screaming single. There's a swing and a miss. Here goes a runner down in Nedlin, and he'll stay at second base. Sutton coming across to score off from the RBI single by Nedlin for your 10th hit of the ball game and an 8-3 lead. Here's Larson now. That one's going to get away from him. The ball is up the line here. Haas went after it, and Nedlin had it gauged pretty well. There's your strike. Good fastball there from Weber. One-two offering. Dropping low. Haas with a nice knockdown there. Larson today with a couple of base hits. His previous at-bat was a 5-3 line drive ground out, I guess you could call it. It was a line drive that ricocheted off the heel of the glove and the arm of McCoy down at third base, and then McCoy picked it up and threw it over. Here's a base hit right up the middle. And the hitting continues here for the Norsemen. And we're going to get a courtesy runner coming out here. And now we're going to get a pitching change. We'll be back with all the changes here in a moment. Well, here we go with the pitching change. We'll get to that. As coming in from center field, it is going to be Xander Wendt. Wendt comes in and pitches, and I didn't see where Schultz went. We'll try and keep an eye out for him. Second offering is outside, and it's 2-0. Norsemen with some big hits coming up here in this fifth inning. My goodness, pretty crazy. 9 hits in the ball game, 11 runs. That is the most for them in a while. Well, I shouldn't say that. They had 10 runs. They won by a 10-run rule against Richmond Center on Saturday. But even then, they didn't hit like this. Nice level swings, making some things happen. Automatic on the strike, it's 3-1. Fouled that one off. Milutinovic had a pretty good cut there. And now the count is full. Thanks to Bobby John's, of course, open for your enjoyment. You'll find them out there at Front Street in Cashton. 913 Front Street to be exact. Here's a ball laced out towards right field. That's going to be a base hit. And heading over to third on a nice piece of running was Gavin Larson. Runners at first and second now for Garrett Vatlin, as Wendt is greeted with a base hit. Vatlin started this inning up with a fly ball to right field that was caught. Here he is again now with 2 down. Hard ground ball. Third baseman will pick. He'll throw, and it's up the line. And that's going to be a throwing error. And a run comes across. So Vatlin is on. E5. That's going to bring up Lucas Bendel. Thanks again to Bobby Johns, Sam Balto and family. There's a pop-up. That's going to be out of play. Well, if you have some old trees and such that need to be taken down, maybe some trimming going on, it's Cade Clearing. Brett and Riley Cade there to help you out. Free estimates. They are fully insured. Here's the 0-1. And there's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Bendel with a base hit in this inning, looking for number 2. Here's a fly ball. This one should be caught. Out to center field. They'll park underneath that one and make the grab for out number 3. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a moment here. We'll come back. We're going to get things counted up, but we can tell you that the Norsemen plated 2, 4, 6 runs, and they now lead 10-3 here. We move to the 6th inning. Carmen Fortune, your New Directions real estate expert, bringing you today's ball game. She reminds you to stop in, give her a call if you're thinking of selling your home, farm, whatever it might be. And it might not be until, maybe it's another year away, but you can always chat with her. She's happy to help you out and give you information on what you need to get prepared when it comes to the selling or maybe even buying. Carmen Fortune, lifelong resident here in the Westby and Coulee region. Well, stepping in now for the Luther Knights It's going to be Krause, Barr, and McCoy, your first three hitters. Krause today is 0 for 2, and he takes that one a little bit high. 3-1 your count. Fly ball. Nedlin coming up. He'll make the grab for out number 1 in shallow center field. Here's Logan Barr. Barr looking for his first base hit today. He struck out in the second and flew out in the fourth. That was center field with Nedlin. Checked his swing on that one. The next offering is downstairs. It's 2-0. Larson out here in the 6th inning. He's done a nice job. He's given up 4 hits. Westby in that previous half inning finally got a chance to take a look at that. 7 hits in that particular inning in the bottom of the 5th. There were no walks and no errors. They just, oh wait, check that. There was 1 error. I forgot about that. 1 error. But they did just hit the dickens out of the ball, I guess is the best way you can say it. A lot of line drives. Two and two the count now. Missed outside. Oh, it was 3-2. Okay. Well, there'll be a walk here issued. That is, let's see, is that the first or second? Second one for Larson today. (10-3) the score. Westby out in front. They trailed 3-1 going into the bottom half of the 4th, and they picked up 3 runs to retake the lead 4-3. And then they just exploded for 6 more here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one. And way out in front, this is number 10, somebody who's hitting for Sean McCoy. I do not have those names. That pitch is in the dirt, getting past Ratho. Well, runner in scoring position here now for the Knights. There's a strike. And the count is full. Pop this one up and dropping back and making the grab is Beckett Brigham, first baseman. Two down, runner stays there at second, and it's Owen Haas to step in. That ball is going to sail outside, 1-0. Checked his swing. That was outside again. 2-0. That ball again, one hops. Ben Rathel, and I would say that's probably a wild pitch again. A couple of those have moved up the runner from first to second, now second to third. Haas today 1 for 2 and a run scored. There's a strike. Got the automatic, just came back with a nice little fastball, making sure it was in the strike zone. Fouled underneath. It's 3-2 now. Larson battling back here. Gavin's only a sophomore, if I remember right. Here's our ground ball. Milutinovic knocks it down, and that's going to be an error. He comes up with that one clean, and he's got a good throw. As it is, it's E6, and a run is in. And we're going to get a timeout here. Well, the pitching change has been made, and Rhett Stensling will come in to pitch here for the Norsemen. With 2 down, and his first offering is in there for a strike. This is Jerry Weber. Throw going out there, and good job recovering. Vatlin over there at second base. Ball kind of starts sailing towards right field, right center field. That ball is going to be downstairs, and it's 2-1. Weber with a couple of base hits today. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Little off-speed pitch there. Trying to get out of the inning here. And Weber asks for time. And it's granted to him. Coming right back, Stensling fires that one just outside. And it's a full count. And he walked him. Runners at first and second, 2 away. A run is in. It's now 10-4 your score. Westby in front. And now they're going to report here another pinch hitter, we'll say. And again, we apologize, we do not have the extras. First offering here is downstairs. One and 0. That's a strike. Well, thanks to Cashton Building Supply, be sure to stop in, see Kevin or Courtney, either one. That's the father-daughter combination. Here's a fly ball. That's going to drop in for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third, and we'll have bases loaded. Well, the pinch hitter fought that one off, and he was able to pop it over into very shallow left field. That brings you back to the top of the order with Nick Schultz. Big Town Products, Small Town Service. That's the Cashton Building Supply way of doing things, along with CBS Design. 654-7871, the number to call. There's a strike. Here's a chopper. The pick, the throw at third, and that'll be out number 3. A good throw going across here. 5-3, the put out to end the inning. The Luther Knights will pick up 1 run. They get that run on 1 hit. There was an error in the inning and a couple of walks, and that was enough to get the run across. We'll take a little break and come back with the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Norsemen are going to bring up the 6, 7, 8 part of the order. Returning here to Veterans Memorial Field in Westby. And stepping in, it's going to be Ben Rathel. Ben today with a couple of hits in his last 2 at-bats, 2 for 3 overall. And he's facing Wint for the first time. Here's a shot. That's going to be a nice base hit. Tell you what, a level swing and a 2-0 offering. And I know Coach Hamilton will say, you know, a 2-0 is a hitter's pitch, and I've said that 100 times, and Rathel just proved it. Putting that one out there in left field. Now we're going to get a courtesy runner coming in. It's not Hunter Anderson this time. Swing and a miss here to Stensling. Rhett with a nice swing and a base hit in his last at-bat. 1 for 3 today, looking for number 2. There's a strike. Went to set, and here he comes. High fastball, and that's going to be laced out to left field. And 2 on with nobody out. First 2 hitters with nice swings. Blake Hatlin doing the running there for the Norsemen. Now Hunter Anderson is going to step in to hit. He is going to hit for Chase Bendel, the DH. That ball gets away, and everybody moves up 1. Thanks going out to the Cashton Farm Supply. That's Ernie Peterson and his crew helping us out today, as they always do. A tremendous bunch over there when it comes to your organic needs, organic farming needs, even if it's a garden. Ernie he's just so willing to help out and give you all kinds of information. Appreciate all that support. Here's a ground ball, and that's going to be an error. Kendall looked to scoop it up and came up empty. Here is Sean Dolan now. Dowling to step in with runners at first and third. Yeah, Cashton Farm Supply wishing the best to everyone here during the spring season. Finally got some good weather coming up here, huh? And, of course, remember all the stuff coming along here with the Sit in the Mai celebration. There's a little ground ball out front. This is going to be enough for an RBI as that one came off the handle. And it's going to be a 1-3 put out. That is out number 1, but another run comes across here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Aiden Teach now up to bat. First time that we see him. This is I'm thinking this is probably going to be a pinch hitter. Nedlin will go back out to center field. There's a strike. 1-2 now. Wentz set, and here he comes. That's going to be a little bit high. 2-2. Ground ball, foul down the third base line, right on the line, and then about 4 or 5 feet in front, it kicked over into foul territory. Yeah, it crawled right up the line there for a while, didn't it? 2-2 we stay at. Went will try again here. That's low and away. Just missed. And Teach winds up at first base with the walk. Oh. Caleb Johnson now stepping in. Johnson takes a strike. Next offering is a swing and a miss. 0-2 now. 2-1 here for the Norsemen. That'll be high and away. Went coming in with the 1-2 offering. That's going to be a strikeout. So 2 down now. And Spears stepping in. From the right-hand side, Spears with a base hit at Ithaca in a pinch hit situation on Saturday. Called strike there. A little bit low. 1-1 now. There's a strike. Went trying to get out of this inning here. There's a little ground ball, and Went can't get to it, but the second baseman will, and an underhand flip to get the out to end the inning, but not before the Norsemen pick up 2 more runs. They get those runs on, let's see here, 2 hits. There was a walk and an error in the inning as well. And we're going to be sitting on a 12-4 score here, moving into the top half of the 7th. Our final sponsor of the evening, Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op. Thanks to John Maslovacek and that great crew. As you probably see, their team out there in the fields, helping out with all kinds of stuff, fertilizers and such. They do a lot more, of course, from fuel to the fertilizers, feed rations, livestock health, you name it. Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op with Red Mound, Stoddard area, and, of course, along with Chaseburg. And they've been even further. Let me tell you, I've seen them out this way and beyond. That ball gets away from stenciling, and it's 2-1 to Xander Wendt, who is now the pitcher. Well, the Norsemen would have to have a pretty big collapse here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, now all you want to do is just throw strikes. Let your defense help you out a little bit. Stenciling down 3-1. That is going to be off the fist, and in foul territory. No one's going to get there. And the count is full at 3-2. Here's the offering, a swing and a miss and a tag just to be safe. And there is one down. Norsemen with a dozen runs today here. They get those 12 runs on 14 hits. They did have 4 errors, though. That's something that they're going to want to work on and clean up here as the tournament series comes up starting next week. We'll have one more game here this week on Thursday evening when the Viroqua Blackhawks come to town. There's a strike. Tomorrow, Dan Grass will be back here in Westby. It's softball as the Viroqua Blackhawks come to town again, or the first time around, and baseball on Thursday. But Dan will have the coverage of that game. I'll be in Cashton for a tape-delayed broadcast of the Eagles and the Kickapoo Panthers. Well, there's a base hit between short and third by Jackson Kendall. He's not quite ready to be done yet. That's his first base hit of the ball game, and he is 1 for 4. Wendt, I should say, he took the collar today, 0 for 3, but he did have a sacrifice. Top of the order has had a tough time of it here as Nick Schultz, he went 0 for 4. He was on base by an error to start off the game, and that was it ever since. That rode up high on Eli Krause, the left fielder. Runner taken off, a called strike. The throw is behind the runner. Two and 1 is your count. That ball is going to get away from Ratho on a wild pitch. Rhett trying to throw that one by, and it just got away from him. And that's going to be a walk. Stepping in is your first baseman and Logan Barr. That one's behind Barr. Runner will head down to second. The old indifference, I guess you call it, right? Second and third now. That's a foul ball. There's one away. Norsemen trying to get out of this inning and get a Coulee Conference win. I think this, if they can get this one, that would be win number 7 on the year. Called strike. 2-2 now. They have lost a bunch of very close games, 1- and 2-run games. That's kind of crazy. There's a swing and miss. That one came in on the hands, and Logan could not catch up to it. Two down. Barr looks like he might finish 0 for 3. He walked and did score a run, though. This is going to bring up that other, and I apologize, I don't have the names of the players in the reserve role, but this is the second time up for number 44. He popped up to Beckett Brigham in his first at bat in the 6th. Unless this is another pinch hitter, which could be. That's going to get away, and now a run's going to come across and will score. Kendall scores. Krause moves over to third, and it's 12-5. Swing and a miss. That's going to be just inside. That one just missed away from the plate. And it's 3-2. Make it a walk. Runner going to take off, and they're going to get him. They do to end the inning and the game. Nice throw down there to get the out from Ratho to Vatlin to finish things off. It's going to be a 2-4 putout. Well, let's take a look here for the Norsemen and the Knights. The recap here, 5 runs on 6 hits. And, well, unfortunately for the Knights, let's take a look here. How many errors? I think there was a couple of errors in the game for them. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3 errors I have down in the game for them. Meanwhile, 12 runs, 14 hits, and I had 2 errors on the Norsemen here today. 12-5, your final score here. We hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production of Westby Baseball. They come away with a Coulee Conference win. It's a big win for them here as they move into Thursday's ball game against the Blackhawks of Viroqua, which is coming up Thursday at 5 o'clock. We hope to see you then. Ken Manning saying so long for now. back on the diamond later this week.